Welcome back to ShopDog-Garage. It's a 67 Camaro video. I know it's been a long time. Work's been work. What do you do? So I am going to putz a little bit today. Don't know exactly what all I'm going to get done. In fact, I think I just put up a short either before this video or right after this video showing that the headlights have been rebuilt. I know it's taken forever. I just haven't had a lot of time. But you can see how nicely they bolt in and fit now. If you recall, this is the one I had to repair. So that all fits nice. This isn't screwed in. I just used it as a reference. I've got the headlights adjusted close enough for now. It doesn't really matter. Not putting doors on yet. Going to put the old bezels back in and check what we think of the alignment with the grill now. It's been a little while. Oh, and in the annals of, unfortunately, it's been a little while, so finding things. It's just finding the order things went in and what parts I used. So just finally getting the top in, and then this slides in underneath, and then bolts go into the grill and into the lower, well, I call it a valance. I don't know what everybody else wants to call it. Also looking at, how all this is going to line up. So we'll keep working at it, but yeah, finally remembered that there were nuts that have to go up above. So I found 2 of them. I'd like to find a couple more. So yeah, here's one right here, and then there's one there's a couple more. So let me get those in. All right, so I've got this eyebrow on. I think there's a little more adjustment I can make there, but there's no point in adjusting this set. 1, it's not all bolted together. It's just kind of loosely screwed together, and 2, they're not the ones I'm going to be using. But there's slop in there for moving the screws up and down, because with this one, the problem is right here, it looks off, but when the car is on the ground and you're looking at that angle, it doesn't look off. I'm going to have to look at a few cars and see how other people have handled that. So I'm going to get this one put together real quick. Now remember, I'm still using the old little bumpers. I don't want to ruin my new ones yet. So just doing some fitting, making sure I'm happy with the doors. Okay, so I've got both sides back in. It's been a while. And this particular little plastic thing is pretty broke up, so it's hard to get a screw in that. But yeah, the fit is actually not terrible, and this is the old bent up stuff. Hopefully I can get an even better fit with the new stuff once all of it's here, and then I return the ones I don't like and get the ones I do. So that should take, I don't know, 3-4 years at the rate things are going. Believe it or not, the templates for the holes for the RS trim finally showed up the other day. That's up there in that box. That took 4 months to get a piece of paper. Well, 4 pieces of paper to show where to drill some holes. So that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the state of car parts and shipping and stuff, but man, it is difficult to get stuff right now. So okay, that actually is all fitting pretty good. Remember, I still have to weld the inside of this lip where I cut it when I reshaped all of that. Pretty sure this side is all finished and I'm happy. There's a couple spots here the next time this upper header or valance, whatever it's actually called, I'd like to, let me see if I can show you this. Maybe. Let me go into zoom. Okay, so as it's coming across, okay, right here, and then bam, there's like a tick here. You can feel it right there. It's hard to show. So see how it's rounded and then kind of flattish here? So there's another one here and one here. And on this side, let me feel, it's actually on the fender side. There's one here. Well, there is one on the right here. So yeah, right there's a flat right here. So just kind of working those details out. I'm sure that all of that would have disappeared in the mud, but you know, if I can fix it in metal, I will. It's a lot easier. This, I wish I could fix in metal. The location and the fact that it keeps stretching every time I monkey with it tells me that that's a bad idea. Although, originally, there was a big smack here just filled with that stuff when they did the hood. And honestly, I didn't even know, so that held up pretty well. This is about as good as this is going to get on the fitment. I'm pretty happy with the fitment of the bumper. You know, the gap here, it does get a little wide right here, but come back around here. But I've looked at my black car and it ain't no better, you know. And honestly, I think during final assembly, I could probably take this point here, right here, you know, put a board right here and just kind of tweak it a little bit. So no point in worrying about that right now. I'm real happy with the gap side to side. It looks really nice up and down. So yeah, I think we're getting close to taking this front end back apart. Not yet though. Hood's coming. Hood's coming soon, I think, because there's some heartbreak in there and I might as well just face it. To go ahead and grab neighbor Jeff. I think we'll go ahead and blow this off. I'll find bolts that I know aren't too long and we can at least set it on there, get it started, and I can start seeing how much has to come off. Not looking forward to it, but we all know. I think I got to add on this side, and I'm absolutely confident I'll be trimming on this side. You can see how much they added here. So we'll see, maybe. We've got it rough bolted, just kind of loose, you know, it can move up and down. So we're sitting down as far as we can here and here. And, you know, it looks like we're sitting down as far as gravity wants her to go. We're just going to go ahead and do a couple quick checks and see what our squareness looks like. I don't care about height. I don't care about skew. How square is the hood to those hinges? Well, we've just been playing a few games here. And I'm not worried too much about up and down. There's tweaking and shimming that can be done there. What we're trying to do is get it square. In fact, here, let me zoom you out in the opening. So there's two things I'm worried about. One, this line, so you can see this has to come this way just a tiny bit. And I'm worried about this line, which you could see could go that way, which means the whole hood could skew, which is good because remember this can move a little bit, but it's very tight here. Let me grab one of my measuring sticks here. So you can see here, just a little snug. And then when we come forward, which obviously is going to need some work, just a little loose. Come to the front here, which, you know, we can do some adjustment on, which is good. But see, very snug here. And getting close to ideal here and there. So that corner has to come over. And I think we'll be a lot closer. So the work they did here might not have been because the car was skewed. It might have been because this aftermarket hood was skewed. So subtle. We've been playing, and really the only adjustment we've been focused on, you want to lift that up, Jeff? Now notice how low this corner is. We have been bringing the front bolt up, the back bolt down, and that pushes this down, brings that up, just like you would expect. However, we also have this raised. So we're getting ready to drop this a little bit to see if we can get a lot closer to our height here. We may actually wind up changing our shim here just a little. In fact, actually, that might be the first thing we try, because I did like the height up front. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull these two shims real quick, just to see how much higher that makes this sit, or lower. We don't know. All this hinge stuff, it's exactly backwards of what you expect it to be. All right, and just keep monkeying and monkeying, and a little here, a little here. Some things I'm just making gross changes to see what happens. So I'm actually getting closer to level. You can see kind of right here. What I'm trying to do is get it to want to be in position without having to be pulled down by latches. So see, I'm having a hard time getting this corner down without really raising that side. So I'm still just working that out. You can see overall, it's not as dire as I feared, but something twists the front down. Just haven't figured it out yet. And now it's about figuring out how to drop this corner just a little bit. Well, basically raising that whole side. I thought it was as simple as raising that hinge, but it's not. So I have a feeling that corner actually is going to be related to this hinge, because all of this stuff is quite difficult to fathom. But you can see that's down quite a bit. But now this is really, really close here, and it never did sit flush here before either. So before you get too worked up there, that never fit. And yes, I know there's bumpers here that would tweak it, but if I can get it to already want to be there without the bumpers, I think that's better. I think that causes us less trouble. So there's a lot to do here, but I am very encouraged that it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of body work to do here. Once again, I'm going to reiterate, teeny tiny changes make a huge difference. So where we're at right now, let me get her down. And remember, I don't have the weight of the ornaments in, so the hinges, they're a little powerful. But see, this gap got really tight. But this gap up here has opened up quite a bit. So you can see, let me set that down. So here, I've got to bring this corner forward, but when I do, it pinches this corner back here. So you can see this got really tight over here. So I think to bring that forward, I have to bring that corner forward. Problem, and it's the thing I was really worried about with that corner having extra filler, is just doing it in a way where I still get an acceptable gap on this side and that thing stays straight. So it's just a little here and a little here and a little here. I'm getting closer to flat, so where it wants to sit right now, you can see as we come across here, we're about half that stick. It's about 3/4 stick here, but the closer it wants to sit without those bumpers, I think that's going to be better. Slowly kind of gaining in on it. You'll note I've still got this corner to deal with. I may have to do more pull down here. But here, let me zoom out. All right. Okay. Nope, can't open it one-handed. I'm close. I can almost open it one-handed. But that secondary lock, I'll be right back. All right, I don't have the bumpers in, but we're getting pretty close on the hinge alignment. So when I bring her down, you can see she wants to be lined up. She's not buckled side to side. It went down pretty smooth. And then, of course, we got the spring in the keeper here. Okay. And you'll see that's getting pretty close. I think I'm still going to work this corner a little bit. Don't forget, this never lined up well. And I can raise the cowl if I have to. I already played the Play-Doh game to make sure that the back of the hood wasn't hitting anything. And Play-Doh said no. But you can see, we're slowly getting there. See, here's that part of the hood. Also, man, I never noticed how ugly that was. Of course, I'm sure there was a lot of filler there that's gone. and you'll see I'm almost square. I think the valence is going to have to move a little though. See how tight it is here? And if I pull the hood back here to match that, well then obviously the center line will move. So, and while there's a little I can do here in bodywork, you can only do so much, and boy is that a critical line. You really want that one to be straight. So there may actually still be some addition here. We'll deal with that. I'm getting pretty tired. This has been a long day. I think I'm gonna call it, so I'll be right back. With that being the end of this 67 Camaro video, and it may be a few weeks before I've got time to work on this again. Unfortunately, you know, they keep making me actually do my day job. They won't just give me free money for some reason. Don't understand that. Seems kind of mean. So you can see it's almost a car. It's not perfect anywhere, but honestly, I think it's already better than it was. So we'll get it better. I would really like to get this pretty close to paint either this fall or next spring. I mean, I wish I could do it much faster. There's only so much time. But yeah, she's looking pretty good. It's kind of nice seeing all the panels on the car. You know, they do still need a little work here and there. And remember, no filler work's been being done here in well, since it was at Harlan's. So closing that, yeah, you can see she's still a little tweaked, a little work to do. Unfortunately, I don't want to move this line on the valence, at least here, because boy, that is perfect down the grill, the lower valence, and the bumper. So whatever we do, I think I'm going to still be moving the hood over this way a little bit. I just got to figure out how. There's more work to do here. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.